The Cursed Longship. Under a blood-red moon in the icy fjords of Scandinavia, the legends whispered of a dread so palpable that even the fiercest warriors dared not speak its name aloud. The tale began centuries ago with Captain Eric Bloodhand, a man whose ruthlessness eclipsed the cruelest winter storms. In a brutal act of betrayal, Eric had led his band of marauders against a peaceful coastal village, leaving nothing but charred homes and lifeless bodies in his wake. Enraged spirits, desperate for justice, cursed his longship, condemned to sail the storm-tossed seas in search of living souls to sate its unholy hunger. For generations, the cursed vessel became a phantom in the minds of coastal villagers and seafarers alike. They spoke of its spectral sails, tattered remnants that fluttered like dark wings against the night sky, and its hull, slick with the red of ancient blood, that glided silently over the waves. Yet none believed the worst of these accounts until one fateful night changed everything. On that night, a small band of fishermen from the nearby village of Skeld set out before dawn, their boats laden with nets and hopes of a bountiful catch. Among them was Jorund, a weathered sailor with eyes as deep and troubled as the fjord itself. As the horizon melted into a surreal blend of crimson and shadow, a dense fog began to creep across the water. Out of the swirling mists, an ominous silhouette materialized, a longship, its form both regal and horrifying, drifting as though propelled by unseen forces. The fishermen's hearts pounded in unison as they approached the ghostly vessel. The silence was deafening, broken only by the distant, mournful echo of what sounded like ancient chants carried by the wind. Jorund, ever the brave soul, took a small rowboat and moved closer to the cursed longship, driven by equal parts dread and a need to uncover its mystery. As he neared, the air turned bitterly cold. The ship's decaying wood seemed to pulse with a life of its own, and the tattered sails fluttered without wind. Then, like a wisp of shadow coalescing into form, ghostly figures emerged on deck. Their eyes, hollow and unyielding, locked onto Jorund with a sorrowful malice that chilled him to the bone. The spectral crew moved in unison, a silent battalion bound to the longship by an eternal curse. Suddenly, from deep within the vessel came the faintest sound, a guttural, mournful cry that seemed to carry the weight of centuries of regret and violence. Jorund's blood ran cold as he realized these were not mere phantoms of fallen warriors. They were the damned souls of those who had perished under Captain Eric's command, forever forced to reenact the horrors of their final moments. A violent gust of wind slammed Jorund's rowboat against the side of the longship, and in that instant the cursed vessel seemed to reach out with icy, spectral tendrils. One by one, his fellow fishermen, anchored in their boats nearby, found themselves drawn to the ship by a force beyond mortal control. Their cries were swallowed by the raging wind as they vanished into the swirling mists, leaving no trace but the echo of their terror. Stranded in the inky darkness with only the ghostly crew for company, Jorund fought to row back to the safety of his village. Yet every stroke of his oar only deepened the sense of inevitability, as if the cursed ship itself would not allow him to escape its vengeful grasp. The haunting chant grew louder, a dirge for the lost souls, as spectral hands reached out from the longship's deck, yearning to pull him into the abyss. In the end, as the cursed longship resumed its eternal journey along the fjord, the villagers of Skeld awoke to find one fewer soul and a chilling silence that pervaded their once lively harbor. The legend of the cursed longship endured, a relentless reminder that some sins echo through time, and that the price of betrayal is a debt paid in blood, sorrow, and eternal damnation. And on stormy nights when the wind howls like the cries of the damned, the villagers say you can still see a flicker of tattered sails in the distance, a ghostly omen forever bound to the curse of Captain Eric Bloodhand's longship.